like let's talk about them a little bit, and then we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers' projection. Do you expect them to win the division this year? It's a tough division. You got the Bills, you got the Dolphins, and the Patriots were close. The last few years they've been close. What do you
So
got?
it all really depends. The division itself, no. The Bills run that division with an iron fist.
Mhm.
Um, they themselves, because let me see, I actually seen the Jet schedule earlier, and it wasn't that great. Now you're also gonna
Next
have an
year's
above
schedule.
average offense
Mm.
with a top five defense. Some will say even top three, but last year they ended up with fourth. But at the end of the day, when you have an offense that can't score and keep turning the ball over, like you're getting a lot of pressure on you. So let's see.
I just think they're gonna get
That
better and better that defense too, because their
Oh
guys are
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
young, and right now like they're about to be in the prime of their careers. All like C.J.
Yes, a lot
Mosley,
of their
like you just
stars
said.
are 3, 4, or 5 years really kind of really getting into their own.
C.J. Mosley,
Um,
he was close. He was like most tackles for a while. The first 10 games, he had like most tackles. Last year for a while, and then there was other guys that took over like Roquan Smith and stuff, but he was balling out. So that could be a guy that can really change the game there too.
so I see them splitting all six division games. They gotten immensely better, but at the end of the day, it's division games.
So you
Uh,
got 3-3 in the division. Okay.
and maybe I see them taking four, but I don't see them getting 5 or 6 out of the six division games.
I
They're
was
not
gonna
beating
say,
the Bills twice,
yeah,
and they're not
okay,
beating Miami or the Dolphins. One or the other, they're beating twice, and that's it.
yeah.
Like
See,
I
I
don't think
would
they
I would
beat
have
two
it.
division teams twice.
I'll be honest, I'll have it more like 4-2 because I could
I think
easily
so
see
too.
them beating. I could easily see them beating Patriots twice. Just because you don't know what's gonna happen with Mac Jones if he's really the guy there, and they
And
could be
that's
in
the
a
team I'm
rebuilding
thinking they
process.
might beat twice. But if they beat, they're not. Like that's exactly how I got it. 4-2. Then they got the Chiefs. That's gonna be a tough one. They got the Eagles. Eagles play them this year. That's gonna be a tough one.
Home or away
Uh, that is. Let's see.
versus or at.
These are. This is home. So
Oh,
Chiefs and
okay,
Eagles are
okay,
both
okay.
home.
So a
So
little bit
that
of
might
an
help.
advantage, a little bit. I mean,
And
that's
the rest of
definitely
their home
it's a,
games, I'm not really worried about. I'll be honest. I never worry about the Chargers. Not worried about the Commanders. Not worried about the Falcons.
yeah. Okay,
So
those are wins.
that is four. I'll give them one out of the Eagles and Chiefs. So that's five of their home games out of nine. So that's
Mm.
5-4 at home. All right, let's see away. They got 8 away games. Broncos, Raiders, easy wins. I got them. Cowboys, we
Damn,
might have to
no
see
love in
how
Brown.
they're looking like. Nah, not with Russell.
Come on, they got a new coach and all. Like Sean Payton's there.
uh,
No love.
New York with the battle for New York. I'll give it to them. Cleveland with
Sean
everyone
Watson
back.
back.
Yeah, that we'll see.
So that's a tough one. Not gonna lie. Away game is a tough one.
Yeah.
They always play tough and it's
So
defensive. Excuse me. But who else they got there?
6
I mean, because I'll tell you my record
Raiders,
after yours.
Cowboys. So I got them at least going 9-8.
Hmm. Nice.
And
Nine
I'll
and
be
eight.
honest, that's an improvement. They were 7-10 last year. Um, Let me see. Actually, no, I'm gonna get them double digits. I think Aaron Rodgers can get them into double digits. I think they
Damn.
could. I think they can go to 10. I think they
You
can
just
go to 10.
you stole my answer. That's what I was gonna say. I
Double
was just
digits,
gonna
yeah.
yeah. I think they're gonna be 10-7 as well. I do agree with that. I think they're gonna get those 10 wins, and I'll be honest. I don't know if they can keep up in that division to get that division title next year.
No, they don't. They're gonna
Now
have to hope on the wild card, like every other team behind the Bills, because unfortunately, the Bills are just way too much put up together to where they're winning a lot more games outside of the divisions than the rest of those teams, and they're
yeah,
still winning at least 3 or 4 as well in the
yeah,
division.
yeah. I agree. I will have to agree, especially next year. Especially because he's going into a totally new system. He's been around in one system for 15
Nah, nah,
years.
nah. That's
Aaron
about to be
Rodgers.
his system.
It is, but still, you're pretty much changing like all new quarterback code, all everything. You're changing like literally the locker rooms, everything. You're gonna have to get used to. So I do believe next year it's gonna take them a little bit of time to get used to all these guys. And I mean now they're having a long off-season program, which is good. But then again, I don't see this year as being like the number one year for Aaron. I could possibly see if he stays in the league the next year, like after this year comes, they could possibly win the division with him one of the
I mean,
next
yeah,
2 years.
at the end of the day, we love talking about the Bills. But I've said it last year. If they don't get a running back this year,
Mm.
their window might be over.
And they haven't
That
gotten one
that
so far.
and they exactly, and that's the thing. That championship window isn't big. They haven't gotten better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs showed
Yep.
everyone that they could lose people and still be
Hmm.
who they are. Bengals are continuously getting better. The Bills are the one team that's in the top three that are not making the right
Right.
choices. Um, so if they don't pick up a running back, I do think their championship window closes as of next year because I don't see all their key players staying. They already lose a couple people on defense this year. So we're gonna have to see how that affects them, and they always get affected by major injuries every year, regardless in that defense. So at this point, I really do think that you are right. They might not win a division this year, but if Aaron stays one more year, continues to play at an above average level, and that team stays where it stays, because at the end of the day, no one's leaving. They're all young,
They're
and they get
young. They're
better.
young.
Then yeah, I could definitely see him winning the division for sure, but
Yeah.
not this year.
Well, I think so. I think one of the next 2 years they can get it just because, yeah, like you just said, they're young. I mean, they got a lot of guys on rookie contracts.
Hmm.
I they're still gonna have some picks this year that they're gonna have. I do
And they
think that
might
they're set
entice
up
people to
well.
come in free agency next year again.
Oh, that's another thing we could definitely talk about towards the end because I do want to talk about that. Do you think that people would be willing to like play with Aaron Rodgers for less? Because you saw that with Tom Brady. People were going there. Obviously, Antonio Brown went there. Played for less. I mean, you had guys just going there. So I do want to talk about that for sure. And so you had him going in the playoffs at least though, right? This year.
Yes. Well, actually, playoff record as in 10
Yeah, like
wins and
wild
7
card.
losses. But that even then, that's still iffy because of how many
Mm.
teams
Yeah.
get in a wild
AFC.
card in the AFC.
Hmm.
So let's
Hmm.
let's pull that up. Because you already got to give the Dolphins shot above the Jets,
Mm.
just based on
I don't
the.
know.
You
I
don't
can't
think
do that
so?
yet. Nah, not right now because they lost Teddy Bridgewater as a backup. They're not gonna have. Obviously, I mean Tua's. I don't know. I don't know, man. With Tua, the way that sometimes that he plays, you don't know if he's gonna finish the whole season, and it's iffy there. It's iffy. That's why they were even talking about this year possibly going for Lamar Jackson, but now they're not even looking at him. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what
So
happens.
we
I mean,
got Bills, Bengals, Jags or Titans, and Chiefs winning the divisions.
I was gonna say I got Jags, I got Chiefs, I got Bills, and then the fourth
Bang.
division is the Bengals. Yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't know what's happening with Lamar right now, and nobody's, you know.
Exactly. So above, so basically, and I'll be honest,
And then I
while
got
fighting for,
Chargers.
I was about to say fighting for the wild card, you basically now got the Ravens maybe, but you're
If
gonna have the
Lamar's all good there,
Titans,
yeah.
Chargers. If
I
the
wouldn't put the
Titans lose
Titans
to the
there, bro. I'll
Jags,
be honest.
you think
Titans
they're
are already
falling off? You're
shopping.
right. You're
They're
not. You're
shopping.
right. You're
I
stopping.
mean,
Yeah.
Henry. Plus they got a young quarterback right now, Malik. Is there? He was a rookie last year, and then I think the Titans are out of there. I think the Jags are definitely gonna be.
And what
Jags
do we
is
got?
probably gonna be somebody like
7
Indy.
spots. We got 7 spots.
We got 7 spots. Yeah, there's an extra
All right. So
spot.
that's
The
4.
next
So we
spot.
next. So there's an extra 3. So
Mm-hmm.
Chargers are up there.
Yep.
Someone else from the AFC is up there. Patriots always find a way right there. So I'll be honest, I think they do go to the playoffs. I think they are one of the 3 teams. Because like you said, the only one I would give them, Ravens are big if, but at the end of the day, I don't even know if I even trust the Ravens, even with Lamar.
I don't
They
know.
didn't get
They
any
were they were
better.
close last year. Even they
They're
weren't close.
always
They were six.
close.
I
But
mean,
they're always right. They're always right there. You know what I'm saying?
they play the division tough. So it's that division is always tough, and Pittsburgh is always tough too. You never know if they can sneak in.
Yeah.
Then you got like, I mean, I'll be honest, like it could even be 3 teams from the AFC West next year. I mean, we want to count out the Broncos because they played terrible, obviously, last year, but I wouldn't necessarily count them out now with a guy like Sean Payton as the coach, and hopefully he changes up Russell's career. So it could be 3 guys: Chargers, Chiefs, and Broncos could be fighting there too. For two of those
Yeah,
teams could be fighting spots.
I think they get a wild card. I'm gonna say yeah.
Same. I agree with you. I think that it'll be the wild card teams for me. Early predictions, obviously. We're doing the 2 early predictions on the Who You Got podcast right now. Make sure you guys like the video below and subscribe. And make sure you guys click those post notification bells so you guys can get all our streams and our vids whenever we post them. But our 2 early predictions for me is going to be I think Chargers are making the wild card. And I do believe that the Broncos are going to make the wild card, and then you're going to have the Jets. Those are my 3 wild card spots.
So I
We'll
got
see.
the Chargers. Let me go back. I got the Chargers. I got the Jets. And then honestly, I'm gonna have to give that last spot to maybe the Dolphins or the Ravens. I do not think the Broncos touch a spot.
It's a good, yeah. You might be right. Depends on, if as long as both of those guys don't get injured on their squads, which I hope they
Right.
don't. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But
So we got them getting to the playoffs, getting to a wild card. So that means first
Mhm.
round, Bills, Bengals, or Chiefs. More than likely, the Jets are gonna have to see one of them.
Bro, it's gonna be tough this year, especially playing on the road in the playoffs. They're gonna have to do that. I think it'll be tough for them, but I think they're a championship caliber team. Now, you never know; they could shock the world and end up being like 13-3 and end up being fighting for the first spot with the Bills. Bills could be like 12-5 or something, and they could be 13-4. They could
Bills
both
could
be
just do
fighting
what
for.
Bills do, huh?
I mean, the Bills are still gonna be balling out in the first half of the season like they always do, but towards the end of the season, they always like to disappoint, man. They always like to disappoint. I've always said this for like the last few years, or you said it once too. Like their accident waiting to happen, just like the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys of the AFC, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
We both said that before. Like that's what I believe the Bills are right. Like right now, until we see them make a Super Bowl. Because honestly, the last 2 years has been the Chiefs that have been balling out on them. But then you got now another team in the division that's gonna be balling out.